I remember how small he looked in that chair. Not weak, just young. Too young for the weight of that room. His feet didn't quite touch the floor, shoes hovering just above it as he sat at the defense table, hands folded tight like he was trying to stay still enough to disappear. Maybe 12, maybe 13, old enough to understand something was wrong, but not old enough to understand why no one was listening. They said he had vandalized property, broken windows, spray paint, trespassing. The words sounded heavy when the prosecutor said them. Deliberate, intentional, like the story had already been shaped into something complete. His grandmother sat behind him, clutching her purse so tightly it looked like she might crush it. She didn't speak, just watched him, like she had already seen too many rooms like this. The judge barely looked up. He flipped through the file, pages moving faster than they should have. "I don't see much to discuss," he said. Just like that. No pause. No question. The boy shifted slightly, opened his mouth. "I didn't answer what's asked," the judge cut in. Sharp. Final. The boy closed his mouth. Nodded once. Because he understood that tone, even if he didn't understand why it was aimed at him. The prosecutor stepped forward. "We have witnesses," he said. "We have damage. We have timing. Everything aligns." Aligns. That word settled into the room like something already proven. The judge leaned back. Satisfied. "Then we're not going to waste time here," he said. The grandmother moved then. Just slightly. Like she wanted to speak, but didn't know if she was allowed to. The boy looked down at his hands. Then back up. "I was at home," he said. Quiet. Careful. True. The judge sighed. "They all say that," he replied. A few quiet movements in the room. Agreement. Expectation. The kind that makes the outcome feel already written. The boy didn't argue. Didn't raise his voice. He just sat there, holding something no one else was asking about. Then he said it. Soft. Almost too soft to catch. "My dad told me not to lie." The room didn't react. Not yet. Because it didn't sound important. Just a kid saying something simple. The judge barely glanced at him. "That's good advice," he said dryly. "You should follow it." A few quiet chuckles. The grandmother closed her eyes for a second, like something inside her tightened. But the boy didn't stop. He said if I ever got in trouble, I should say his name. That changed something. Not loudly, but enough. The judge frowned slightly. "What are you talking about?" he asked. The boy reached into his pocket. Slowly, carefully, pulled out a folded piece of paper. Worn. Handled too many times. He placed it on the table. "I was supposed to give this if something like this happened," he said. The prosecutor shook his head. "This is irrelevant." "Let me see it," the judge said. Something in his voice had shifted. Just a little. The boy slid the paper forward. The judge picked it up, unfolded it, looked, then paused, then read it again. Slower. Because now, something didn't fit. The room leaned in. The prosecutor stepped closer. "What is it?" he asked. The judge didn't answer. Not right away. Because whatever was written there didn't match the story anymore. His posture changed. Slightly. But enough. "Where did you get this?" he asked quietly. The boy didn't hesitate. "My dad gave it to me," he said. Simple. Clear. Certain. The judge looked at the paper again. Then at the boy. Then back down. Because now, this wasn't just a case. It was something else. Something bigger. The prosecutor frowned. "Your Honor, this doesn't change." "It might," the judge said. And for the first time, he sounded unsure. The room shifted. Because now, the certainty was gone. The paper didn't look important. Just ink. Just words. But the weight of it was something else entirely. The judge leaned back slowly. "Eyes still on the boy." "What does your father do?" he asked. The boy answered without hesitation. "He makes decisions," he said. That wasn't enough. Not yet. But it was close. The judge exhaled slowly. Looked at the signature again. Because now he knew. Even if he didn't want to say it out loud. The room stayed silent. Heavy. Waiting. The boy didn't move. Didn't change. He had been the same from the beginning. Only now, the room had finally caught up. And as the judge folded the paper carefully, more carefully than anything else he had touched that day, I realized something I won't forget. The boy they were ready to judge was the one person in that room who had never needed to prove anything at all.